Get your pencils, grab your paints, collect anything you consider art supplies. It's time for Art Smackdown, the game show that makes art the cutthroat competition God intended. This week's contestants are Best Artist in the World, Schwarzenmerk. Last week's audience champion, the Lazy Swan. And this week's challenger, Ross. With celebrity guest judge, Kevin Laibson. And with me, Mark Stetson, Phil Cassell, and Slaney Rose Jordan. Hey, everybody.
Hello there.
Hey, Mark.
Hello.
Hello,
How you
hello.
guys doing?
I'm doing great. I've got a cat on my lap. A little GH action. As usual. He's just chilling. We've got Kevin Laibson in the house.
Hey, that's me.
How you doing, Kev?
I'm great, Mark. How are you doing?
I'm great. You're the first person to have this like cool TV graphic going on, which I'm very jealous of.
Oh, well, good.
So get the
People
fuck.
should be jealous.
Oh, if you have Twitch on, you should mute Twitch.
I thought I did. Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry.
No, yeah, I totally did not tell you to. That is my fault.
Kevin, did you design this filter?
I mean, insofar as yes. I didn't photograph the television. The television is from Shutterstock or something. But yeah, it was for a Christmas Carol, production of a Christmas Carol.
Cool.
Were you in
Very
it?
cool.
No, I did a bunch of like video design for it. They wanted a Christmas Carol that looked like public access television, and so this was one of the things that we built for it.
That's
I
a fun
co-opted it.
concept.
That is really fucking cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
You're our guest judge this evening. So tonight
Hey.
you will be judging art. This is something that you were born to do.
Tell me about it.
This for those of you all who are new to the show, who've never seen it before, this is Art Smackdown. It's a game show like Nailed It, but with art. So this is where we give regular artists art challenges, funny, quirky art challenges for them to accomplish. One that is 60 seconds. It's called the Self-Expression Challenge. It's just a warm-up, just to clear out the cobwebs. And then we give everyone a 20-minute masterpiece challenge. And at the end of it, we will decide which of the pieces of art are the best, and thereby the artist of that piece of art is the best artist in the world for the week. And then they come back the following week and defend their title. Kevin, would you fancy yourself a visual artist?
Would I? What a great question. No, I wouldn't. Under almost any circumstance, but I have.
I mean, for myself, not for you. I also would not call you a visual. No, I am not.
Yeah, I think that's
a visual
fair.
artist. Yeah. Ooh, we got a raid coming in with Holdenators.
Hello.
Oh.
Everybody.
So, Kevin, I don't know who here is familiar with Twitch. Right now, Holden McNeely is raiding our channel with the remaining audience of his. I believe there's like 37 folks coming in. Welcome,
Incredible.
welcome all you Holdenators.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. Welcome back. Most of you have been on the show. Have seen the show before. Been on the show. Welcome everybody. Welcome. And you guys are just in time for the Self-Expression Challenge that Kevin has bestowed on all of us. The Self-Expression Challenge. Everyone here, you will all have 60 seconds. 60 seconds to fulfill this piece of visual art. So grab your pencils, grab your paints, whatever art supplies you have around the house. The Self-Expression Challenge is, you have 1 minute to create the world's least efficient skateboard. The world's least efficient skateboard. Go.
Do you skate, Kevin?
I used to. Before I was a middle-aged man, I did. Yeah, quite a lot. I
Oh
was
wait,
terrible at it.
do we call it skating or boarding? What do you call? What is the term?
I mean, nobody I've ever met called it boarding, but we can. I'm into it.
I just think of like roller skates. How do you
Right.
tell the difference if someone's referring to? Is it just like their general?
Wood pushers is what, as opposed to, it was something booters that we used to derogatorily call inline skaters, rollerbladers, but I can't honestly remember now. I was not largely sober the years that I was a wood pusher, or any other year since then. So I don't really recall how that all went down. But you could just tell is how you'd know the difference. You say you skate to a wood pusher, that meant something very different than to a rollerblader.
Art supplies down. Your time is up. Everybody send in your pieces of self-expressive art to fartsmackdown@gmail.com. That is Fart Smackdown with an F, because you guessed it, Frank Stallone. Art Smackdown was already taken. And yeah, send them in.
Did you have a uniform, a skateboarding go-to outfit?
Oh, I wish I had a better answer to this, but no, I didn't. I did at one point have a skateboarder girlfriend who dressed me a little more aggressively than I was comfortable with. But
did you ever wear Jenkos?
I never did. No,
Oh.
I know. I was a little either uncool or too old for that, maybe both.
Was it
regret
cool to wear Jenkos if you weren't a skater? Asking for myself, because I did.
As far as I can tell, it was always cool to wear Jenkos. Right, tilt down, and Mark is wearing enormous Jenkos right now.
Yeah, underneath my jeans. It's very awkward and puffy. Yeah, I wore in like 7th and 8th grade. I wore Jenkos. I want to say unironically, but I feel like it was ironic, and I wasn't in on the joke. If I'm being honest.
I don't think anybody does anything ironically in 7th or 8th grade, or at least didn't when we were in 7th or 8th grade.
No, yeah.
It was pre-irony.
Is that because I mean obviously irony existed because that was post Alanis Morissette, at least for me. But I feel like before that I wasn't aware of the word, and I think that
I don't think awareness existed either.
Yeah, that's also
in a general
fair.
Practice. I don't think anyone applied awareness.
Alanis Morissette was the Big Bang.
Right. There was barely a universe before Jagged Little Pill.
Yeah,
that's right.
But there were no skater boys before Avril Lavigne, so I don't know what we were doing.
I mean,
in those years.
In the summer of 1996, I took a journalism class. I accidentally wrote an article about how the skaters were rude outside of the library, and the Nutley Sun posted it without my permission. Meaning my first year of 7th grade, I was spent being heckled by all the skaters because they thought I was too sensitive. So
you know what?
It's not that I hate skaters. It's just that I didn't ask for adults to use me as their pawn against, my generation.
Oh my God.
Wow.
How old were you?
I was like 12.
Man.
What a little skate Judas you were.
I know. I didn't even get any fucking silver from it.
It's like if some kid in Footloose had written about how much they hated dance. They would use that kid.
I don't want to dance. What's that guy doing? Teach people to dance. I have weird hips.
We're the Jenkos then.
Yeah.
Hide those hips under those the billowy fabric.
Wow. Jenko hips always lie.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring in our first contender for this week. We're going to bring on the challenger. You all know Ob Ross in the chat as Ob Ross. Here's Ob Ross. Oh, yeah.
Woo!
Best introduction I've had so far.
And hello. Welcome to the show.
We have the invisible inflatable attempt at an invisible inflatable skateboard, which had I just picked the one wheel, could have worked. Now I see, because you could have like rolled it up like this, and then but you have this other stupid wheel in front, so you can't do that. So yeah, this does not seem like an effective way to get around. It seems like you'd have to really be aware of your footing, and you have to be pretty light-footed just to make it go. So, yeah, I wouldn't trust this.
That looks like something I probably would have tried to skate down my stairs when I was a kid, like after Back to the Future 2. Like, I can make a floating board.
Yeah, if you want to slip down some stairs, this would be great.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is your toy. All you have to do is put under one foot, and down the stairs you go.
That looks like a gift I tried to give my mother as a birthday present when she was 75. Like recently, like a year ago. That's it's very inefficient as a skateboard, that's for sure.
I like that it has kind of a tricycle look about it. Like it's a tricycle skateboard.
Yeah.
A small wheel in front, wide wheel in the back. The turning radius is therefore better.
Mm.
Yeah.
I was attempting to make 4 wheels, but I didn't get very far.
I mean, it's a long time, especially when you're like.
Well, last time I was on the show, it was 3 minutes, and I just like forgot, and it was like, because I didn't take my time, make some wheels, and then I saw the clock, and it was like 22 seconds. So I had to very quickly make some decisions.
Oh yeah, so yeah, we've been waffling, we've gone back and forth between 3 minutes and.
That's right, keep us on our toes.
That's the idea. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, a 1-minute sculpture is very impressive.
Truly.
Yes. So Ob, I don't know what's your headspace at? What's your strategy coming into tonight? Looks like you're looks like you're working in your like non-crayon marker medium.
Not at the moment. Yeah, I have all sorts of things around me, and we'll see what the inspiration is for the main challenge. I might disappear for a moment while I go get supplies, but that's something that I'm willing to do if it's the right supplies. So, yeah, my goal is to just have fun and to not. I think the time where I tend to have the most fun is where I just pick something that's probably overly ambitious. So, like, I know I'm not going to get there. So as long as I'm still having fun, if I think I can do it in the amount of time, then I get stressed about it. So I'm going to go big.
You're going to go big and go home.
I'm going to go big. I'm going to fall short, but I'm going to have fun.
That's what I'm talking about. That's awesome. Well,
fences.
Well, can't wait to see what you produce. Whether whether you're invisible or disappearing or not. I can't wait. We will see you in a bit. Next, we're going to bring on last week's audience champion. You know her in the chat as Lazy Swan. Welcome back to the show. I feel like you've probably been on the show more than anyone else in the past 3 to 4 months. Well deserved, I think. Your art is always incredible, including this. Can you walk us through this masterpiece?
Yeah, my son skates every day. He's 22 now, but I've been living the skater life my whole life because my husband was a skater, so we've always. And you were talking about giving it up when you got into, was it your 20s or 30s? I remember my husband was skating along locally, and one of his friends he went past one of his friends, but he didn't know, and he just hears, "Grow up."
Get a job.
Yeah, exactly.
Get a job, hippie.
Yeah. So, but Hamish, he goes out every day. So yeah, it's for him. It's like a mind thing. Like it just helps. But yeah, if your wheels aren't round, then you're not going anywhere.
Oh, God.
And I don't know what the animal is because it was meant to be started out as a bear, and then I did his snout, and I didn't have time to do fur, and I'm like, okay, but he's like going, like he's cool, like
2 thumbs up, 2 very enthusiastic thumbs up. Fine
not
family
rolling.
friend.
Yeah, he's just like I think a not rolling t-shirt would be cool. I should have done that, like not rolling. But yeah. But
So what are your plans for this competition? What are you working with today? I know you got a lot of different textures on hand, but is there anything you're particularly excited to be using?
I'm going to try today. I've got all this new. I've been trying this like drawing with white on black, and I have all this new sort of stuff. Like I've got this like white powdered like pencil and stuff, and like I did a little skull. See, I don't know, because you'll probably give me the challenge and I'll go nah, and then I'll just grab my paint pens.
That's always fair.
But I always like to make sure there's enough time at the end that I can stop and process it and maybe make it look a little bit more glittery. Because when I used real glitter, I made a really big mess.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it's
glitter
kind of
doesn't
like-
go away.
Yeah, it's like how on the set of The Walking Dead they don't use squibs anymore; they use CGI blood. So they just have the actor falling backwards, and then they just add all the blood in post because it's hell to clean up.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that
Yeah.
that they only use CGI. That's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, because this isn't my room. This is my husband's, and he's a photographer, and glitter and
Blood.
talk and shit. Not happy. He doesn't get angry. He just kind of goes, okay.
Skates off.
Glitter can ruin a lens.
Yeah.
Sad skate off.
Yeah, exactly. Or his scanner, like, I think I had my pencils all over his scanner the other day. I was like, ugh. So I don't want to put a computer down in my work area though. I want it to be electronic free.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Yeah. If
Well, I will say I always.
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna comment on the art. I will say I always love an animal in pants, and seeing how people
Oh yeah.
decide how that animal wears pants.
Yeah. I made a I'll post it again soon. I made I think it's a rabbit, and he has pockets in his body. Like, so he's made out of like gray, like track material. And yeah, and I put like actual pockets in his hands go in because he's like so casual that he has pockets in his body. So, yeah.
I also love pants that have a built-in tail
Tail
slot.
pouch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tail pouch.
Love that.
Yeah. Well, Lisa Swan, we can't, as usual, we cannot wait to see the magic that you create. And we will see you in a few minutes.
Could be a nightmare. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bring it on.
And last but not least, last week's best artist in the world, Casey Gibbs, Schwartz and Merck.
Hello.
How are you living today?
I am alive and living as far as my pulse tells me.
Sometimes it's all you need.
Today is today's National Pharmacy Technician Day, which is my
No shit.
my real life occupation, and so unfortunately I got a sweet shirt today as a gift, and I was gonna wear it, and then I totally forgot it at work, and I was all the way home and was like, son of a bitch. But it's fine. I'll wear it next time I'm on the show. It's pretty funny. Well, it's funny for somebody who's a technician who gives people vaccinations all day. So to everybody else, not funny.
Well,
But to
happy
you, it's
Pharmacy
hilarious.
Technician Day, and thank you
Yeah.
for your service.
Thank you. And
So what do we
Yes.
have here? This is also, I feel like Lazy Swan also had a square wheeled skateboard, and now we have
Yes,
this
yes.
one with less pig. It's more vegetarian.
yeah, well, Well, I'm not a vegetarian or even close to, as my friends would know. But as far as the skateboard's ergodynamic design, I did give it also basically dice wheels, and I took the idea of the nose, which is designed so that it points upward. That way you don't hit any curves. Well, this I have them as droopy as possible for just such the occasion that a curve is upside down.
That is a
Yeah, I think that's a nice
really
detail.
unintuitive board,
That's
yeah.
a great detail.
Yeah, so it's basically just a flipped over design, and it's more of like a witch nose of a skateboard, and I guess they call it a tail, and I guess you'd call the front the face. I don't know. That's a skateboard term that I just made up.
Dude, this
think
is
the
where you
nose.
used to go
Oh,
boarding.
the nose.
Nose, and then so nose and tail.
That
That
I
makes
think
sense.
I like the
Okay.
face.
Yeah.
I think any opportunity to anthropomorphize something that you put your feet on is good for the soul.
Okay. Yeah, then I guess the wheels are the feet and hands.
Right?
Feet, hands, nose, and tail, or face and tail.
Yeah, face. It's that's what people do nowadays when they hunt. They eat face to tail. Is if you eat the whole animal,
Is that true? Is that the term?
it's nose to tail.
Nose to tail.
But
Oh man.
it's when you use the bones too.
Ugh.
Whew.
That's
Yeah, I guess the least efficient design would be the exact opposite of the skateboard design, which
yeah.
you've done it.
You've killed the skateboard.
Yeah, I should have. I think the only thing that's missing is a pair of straps for your head on the bottom of the skateboard.
Yeah.
True.
Headstands.
Yeah.
Then it's basically just one of those propeller beanies, but bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like
the
this-
only,
Oh, I was gonna say the sandpaper's underneath instead of.
oh yeah, of course.
Oh yeah. Completely
For
useless.
proper grinding,
Yeah.
Right.
you just sand down whatever paint job is on the railing.
Wait a second. Now we've doubled back into a more efficient skateboard. It's just not for skateboarding. It's for other work.
So
You foiled my plan.
so
I take it all back.
You often stick to this like generally like black and white, like very simple foundation for your work, and then you find like pops of color. Is that something that you've always done, or has that been more so your like art Smackdown like way to go?
Honestly, it's been my mainstay for most of my life because I hated coloring only because I was bad at it when I was a kid and I never really like pushed myself to do it. So I made a lot of comics, a lot of comics. I usually incorporated my friends in some way or form, and it was always done in pencil and a sketchbook. And I would sit there and just listen to music and draw. And I'd be like next to my friends, like it was our hangout time, but I'd just be sitting there drawing, and that was just like my thing was to do black and white. But then I realized people were like, "Hey, try doing color," and then I sucked at it, and then I sucked a little bit less at it, and every once in a while I get something real good in there, but then I suck again.
Color's difficult because you have to like. I like when you include a pop, it can be kind of a, it's more of an attention thing, but keeping it simple lends itself to just like presenting the image in its form. I feel like when you add too much color, sometimes it can get a little muddled. I've fallen for that trap. I've lost time on challenges before just trying to add color because I thought that it had to be there.
Doesn't.
It didn't need to be.
No. Yeah, and
But I am working on it.
Well, the whole thing that you're talking about with like you weren't good at it and you were like a little less bad at it and a little less bad at it, then you started to like figure out what you are good at in it. Like that's a level of patience that I never had with visual art, mainly because there wasn't a part of it that I felt like I was particularly good at it to like start from, like as like my my foundation. So hearing that that's also that you also went through that with an aspect of your visual art is actually kind of reassuring for me.
I had two minorly traumatic developmental moments around coloring. In kindergarten, I got in my first fist fight ever when a kid named Tony told me that horses couldn't be orange, dummy. So I wailed on him. And then in second grade, Mrs. Islib told me that the way that I was coloring the water blue in the picture of the earth that we were supposed to be coloring, the manner of coloring was inefficient or it was wrong. She said, it's not how we color in this classroom. And I had just learned that method, which is just this outwardly, spiraling out. Evidently not cool with Mrs. Islib. And I remember both of those moments so wholly. Just so much of my personality really boils down to those two incidents.
So did you punch Miss Islip in the lip?
I didn't. I didn't, but truly, I should have. Retrospectively, there wouldn't have been any consequence to that. I was a second grader. What were they going to do?
What are they going to do? Yeah. Wow.
So we have
But
them
also,
today.
violence is not good, right?
Also, violence is not the way.
Right.
Even but that is fucking bullshit. That is a
fucking
garbage
bullshit.
thing to tell a kid.
They made you
Thank
an
you.
artist in that moment, though.
Right. Now it's just spite.
They were intimidated by you, obviously.
Right. That's
It
good.
was-
I hadn't thought about it that way, but I will.
You were too advanced for
Right.
second grade. What, they wanted you to do the basic outline
I
and then
honestly
like
have no idea.
light shading in. Remember that?
Even-
Everybody
I
did that.
I
Like
do
a
remember
bold
that.
outline and then light inside.
Man, I remember
Why?
specifically
Where's the
when
movement?
I asked somebody how they made their coloring look so good, and they taught me that technique. A lot of my elementary school years were peppered by these moments of coloring.
It is funny how how scarring the art teachers can. They have such
Such power.
they have such power. My art teacher's name was Miss Cramp, so we had a great time with that, and she lived up to it. She lived up to that name for sure.
Well, Microscope Guy just wrote, and that's the origin story of Tony Orange Horses, the mediocre mobster.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fan fucking
Oh,
test.
Tony Orange Horses.
That's why I went with Tony too. Definitely mobster.
Well, Casey, can't wait to see what color, and even if you're not doing it in color, whatever you come up with, I'm very, very excited about it. We'll see you in about 20 minutes.
Sounds good.
All right. Now it's time for the moment that at least some of you have been waiting for. This is the Masterpiece Challenge. This is where Kevin will give us the has already given me, and I will share it with all of you, the prompt for the 20-minute Masterpiece Challenge. And then halfway through, we will spin the color wheel of compromise and have you compromise your vision. Essentially, we're going to just throw a wrench into whatever it is that you were planning to do by giving you something that you now have to incorporate into your piece of art. Then afterwards, you will once again send your piece of art to fartsmackdown@gmail.com. And then we will judge you. Now, for the 20-minute Masterpiece Challenge. This is... Where is it? There it is. You have 20 minutes to create a bear committing a crime. A bear committing a crime. Now, Kevin, what about a bear committing a crime is the most interesting to you?
Oh gosh, what? I mean, listen, a great inspiration in my life is Yogi Bear, the ultimate bear criminal, and so I think to some extent I'm sort of always ruminating on bears committing crimes, but ultimately it's that they're so huge and intimidating and scary and in pretty much every way. But then they got them cute little ears. It was just adorable little round ears. And there's something about like villainy being perpetrated by something with just the most charming little ears on top of their head that is compelling to me.
Polar bears, they play with their food. Like there's a video of a polar bear patting a dog on the head and like being friendly with it, but the video doesn't show what happened the next week because it's just that moment.